Nagas are believed to be supernatural, half serpent, half human entities. In ancient Indian epics, Brahma is said to have expelled the Nagas to the underworld or PATHALA. Many UFOs emerge from oceans and lakes. So, are they connected to ancient legends of the underworld? Especially as Nagas can shapeshift into human form, just like the reptilians seen on board UFOs. Another name for Pathala is Nagaloka or world of serpents. Almost all ancient cultures speak of underworld or underwater dwelling serpentine beings. Still, the idea of intelligent reptilian beings, especially those that can shapeshift, definitely sounds outlandish. But fact is stranger than fiction. As an example, consider these statues of the prehistoric Ubaid civilization from ancient Iraq. These strange figurines depict lizard headed beings, sometimes cradling babies, who are also lizard like. Since there are no written accounts, one can only guess what these figures were, but they have distinctly reptilian features. Dozens of such figurines have been found engaged in mundane activities like feeding their babies, etc. Serpentine beings are prevalent in myths and legends everywhere, just like the talking serpent that tempted Eve in the Bible, leading to the fall of man. And the underworld serpent Apep of Egyptian mythology, who was opposed to the sun god Ra and therefore to light, order, and truth. Just like how the beings in Patala are said to be opposed to Dharma. The Egyptians had special spells just to repel Apep. He was so despised that once a year people would make an effigy of him to signify all the evil in Egypt. They would then beat up this likeness of Apep before setting it on fire just to ensure that he would harm no one. It is said that as a boy, Krishna encountered the multi-hooded evil serpent Kalia. This gigantic, river-dwelling serpent terrorized the villagers living nearby and also rendered the water unfit to drink. Krishna vanquishes Kalia and is about to kill him, but spares him after Kalia's wives beg him for mercy. Krishna then banishes Kalia and his clan to Patala Loka. In Greek mythology, Ophion, which means serpent, ruled the earth with the creator goddess Eurynome before they were banished to the underworld by Kronos and Rhea. So, from different parts of the world, a pattern emerges of evil serpents being cast down to the underworld or emerging from the underworld. But are reptilians evil? At a time when the internet is bursting with stories of vile, shape-shifting, bloodthirsty reptilians, the answer would appear to be a yes. But the reality is that there is more than one reptilian race. They seem to be the hostile serpentine races who hate humans as well as friendly races. For instance, in China, not only are these reptilians not considered evil, they are actually considered lucky. More on Chinese dragons later, but first let's start with the Bible. In the Bible, the seraphim is a class of angels with wings. These are no ordinary angels. They are the highest level of angels, said to be the very guardians of the throne of God. In Hebrew, Sarap is the singular and seraphim is plural. According to the website christianhistory.org, in the original Hebrew Bible, the word seraphim was translated as fiery serpents no less than 6 times in 6 different places. In Isaiah chapter 14, verse 29, they're even referred to as flying serpents. In Sanskrit, sarp or sarpam is a word for serpent. Is it a stretch to say that the Hebrew sarap sounds like sarp and seraphim sounds similar to sarpam? Again, in the Hebrew Bible, another word used for serpent is nakash, and again, it sounds a bit like naga, which means cobra in Sanskrit. The cobra is one of the deadliest serpents. They unleash a venom so noxious that it feels like fire, a burning, fiery sensation that can kill an adult in just 30 minutes. Could this be the reason why seraphim was translated to mean burning ones? So, after looking at multiple sources and by the usage of the words flying serpent and fiery serpent, it seems pretty certain that the Hebrew Bible is referring to dragons or serpentine beings when it mentions the seraphim. and these are the highest order of angels. In Asia too, Nagas are considered semi-divine. For example, Kundalini is a serpent energy that is present in all humans and can be awakened through yoga and meditation. The tremendous popularity of yoga and meditation today is testimony to the fact that these ancient practices work. Otherwise, 300 million people today would not be practicing yoga. While yoga was brought down to earth by Shiva, it is intimately tied to one serpentine being called Adisesha. Adisesha was the eldest of the 1,000 Naga sons born to Kadru, but all his siblings were vile and cruel. Tired of the evil nature of his siblings and mother, he took to severe penance and meditation. He then sought refuge with Lord Vishnu according to the ancient texts. This serpent with 1,000 hoods is said to have incarnated on earth as Patanjali, who wrote down the Yoga Sutras from which our current knowledge of yoga comes. While Vishnu is said to have incarnated as Rama and Krishna, Adisesha is also believed to have incarnated along with him as Rama's brother Lakshmana and Krishna's brother Balarama. In fact, Patanjali is depicted as a serpentine being or a Naga. The first thing a genuine meditation or yoga teacher in India tells a new student is to immediately stop eating meat. According to Patanjali, one reason for this is ahimsa or non-violence. Another reason is that an animal can always sense when it is about to be butchered for food. Due to its panic and extreme anxiety as a result, certain chemicals are released in the body that can interfere with our peace of mind and meditation. Across Asia, some saints are usually depicted with a multi-hooded Naga behind them. This is shown to indicate their high level of spiritual growth. Because they were so inextricably linked to spiritual growth, Nagas were considered sacred in India. But this does not mean that negative Nagas did not exist, as shown in the example of Kalia earlier. In ancient Indian texts, cobras that can shapeshift to human form are called Ichchadari Nagins. But to shapeshift to a human being was a privilege, not a right. Only those Nagas who could go for 100 years without biting a single human being were permitted to shapeshift to full human form. Even the ancient Egyptians considered the cobra sacred. Goddess Vatjet was depicted as a 1 or 2 cobra-headed woman, sometimes as a woman till the waist and serpentine below, and sometimes as a snake. She was a guardian deity of Egypt. While the evil serpent Apep was reviled, Vatjet was worshipped. The benevolent Nagas were associated with weather, fertility, and wisdom, a theme we find over and over in diverse cultures separated by thousands of miles. So, right from the primitive reptilian brain, which is needed for several basic instincts, to the serpentine Kundalini energy required for spiritual growth, it is evident that we have some sort of reptilian DNA within us. And what does modern science say about intelligent reptilian beings? After all, dinosaurs roamed the earth for 165 million years, and there were thousands of widely divergent dinosaur species. During this extraordinary long period, is it possible that some of them evolved to become highly intelligent? According to the late American paleontologist Dale Russell, it's entirely possible. He postulated that the intelligent dinosaur species known as Troodon may have evolved into a bipedal species had the comet not caused their extinction. Troodon seemed to have a very large brain in proportion to its body, stereoscopic vision, and even a rudimentary capacity to grasp objects. It was also believed to be quick in its movements. Based on this premise, a model of the dinosauroid was made with opposable fingers, forward-facing eyes, etc. Next to it was placed a model of the Troodon it would have evolved from. What if such beings had actually evolved to a very high intelligence and for whatever reason gone underground? Many proponents of Agartha have already put forth this theory as a reason for the reptilian presence in the underworld. We can only speculate as it's hard to know the truth. 3 of the Naga races were banished to PATHALA because they were dangerous and hostile to humans. Ancient Indian epics mention 7 Naga races. UFO insiders too have revealed that there is more than just one reptilian race. Some of these Draco reptilians on board crafts are said to have wings. This again ties up with ancient myths. In Western mythology, dragons were always portrayed with wings, whereas Chinese dragons were said to be wingless and could take human form. For example, the very first emperor of China, called the Yellow Emperor, upon death, ascended to the heavens in the form of a dragon. Notice how this is similar to how Balarama, Krishna's brother, leaves his body in the form of Adisesha. The parallels between these myths and UFO lore are certainly intriguing. So, where are the other 4 reptilian races now, if not in Pathala? And most importantly, are they benevolent towards humans or not? What do ancient Indian scriptures say about this? Stay tuned for the next episode and please subscribe and like if you find this informative.